What's going on, YouTube? So today we're going to talk about Mr. Will Smith. He recently had an interview with DeVon Franklin where he was asked if he is a man of faith, if he loves the Lord. And his answer, I'm not going to lie to y'all, I was unimpressed. I was unsatisfied with this answer. So we're going to go ahead and roll the clip and get right on into it. Check it out.
For the 25 years that I have known you, right? Everybody that knows that you played a role in my life in the church, the number one question, they were like, yo, is Will a man of faith? Does he love the Lord? I'm like, yes. Okay, so but I want you to hear from the horse's mouth. Are you a man of faith?
You can't.
Do you love the Lord?
You can't get where I get if you don't love the Lord.
Exactly.
You don't get to sit how I sit and move how I move if you don't love the Lord.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd be seeing a whole lot of other repercussions.
Got it. Okay, good, man. All right, so now that we got that out the way.
So you just heard it. He said, you don't get where I get, you don't sit how I sit, and you don't move how I move unless you love the Lord. There will be some repercussions. All right, so I got some problems with the question, and I got some problems with the answer. The question was, Will Smith, are you a man of faith? Do you love the Lord? Okay, that question is pretty shallow. What he should have asked him was, are you a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ? People want to know if you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, are you a follower of Jesus Christ? Not, do you love the Lord, or are you a man of faith? Those things are pretty generic in my opinion. Anybody can say they love the Lord or they're a man of faith. You can be a man of faith in a whole lot of things. And loving the Lord can mean a whole lot of things as well. But a believer and follower of Jesus Christ is definitely a bold confession, and that would have been better. And then Will Smith's answer, right? Will Smith didn't even say that he loved the Lord. He said, you don't get where I get unless you love the Lord. So he didn't even verbally say, I love the Lord, which is another issue there. All right, now here's the big issue, though. Here's the big issue, because you might be thinking, man, that's not that big. I mean, you just kind of being nitpicky. All right, here's the big issue right here. He said, you don't get where I get, sit how I sit, move how I move, unless you love the Lord. Well, obviously, Will Smith is talking about his success and his prosperity, okay? And so here's the problem with what he said. It's flat out not true, okay? He's saying that you don't become this successful and prosperous and maybe even wealthy unless you love the Lord. Well, I know several people who are just as successful, prosperous, and wealthy as Will Smith, and even more so, who do not love the Lord. So it is possible to get where he is without loving the Lord. There's atheists who are where he is, okay? So the statement was just flat out not true, all right? So that's the first problem. And here's the thing. If you love the Lord, then you ought to know the Lord. And here's the problem. Here's the problem here. Okay, if you love the Lord, then you ought to know the Lord. It's like being in a relationship. You're in a marriage, right? You're saying that you love your spouse, but you hadn't even taken time to get to know your spouse. Something's wrong, all right? How can you love somebody but never take the time to get to know that person? Now, here's why I'm making the implication that Will Smith doesn't necessarily know the Lord, even though he's saying he loves the Lord. Because, once again, he's basically saying, I am where I am because I love the Lord. Well, the Lord, who is the Lord? Jesus Christ. What does Jesus Christ say about success and prosperity, wealth, etc.? Okay, one thing that Jesus Christ says is take up your cross and follow me. Well, taking up your cross is the equivalent of suffering, going through suffering. Now, does this mean you're going to be poor? No. But what Jesus is saying that when you follow me, you're going to take on suffering for my name's sake. That doesn't immediately get you to prosperity or riches or material wealth or whatever that might be. Another thing we see in Jesus is when he talks to the rich young ruler. He tells the rich young ruler, you're doing these things well, but one thing I ask of you. He says, go and sell all that you have and give it to the poor. Now, is this Jesus saying that Christians should be poor and they should sell everything they have? No, but in this instance, he was telling this rich young ruler, hey, if you want to be perfect, which is what you're trying to do, trying to be perfect, you should go ahead and sell everything you have and give it to the poor. That would really put the icing on the cake. And the rich young ruler walked away sad and ashamed. And so there is an instance right there where someone, in an attempt to love the Lord, was asked to sell all that they have. So no, it's not, you do not get rich or wealthy because you love the Lord. What we see more often is that people end up facing some type of poverty because of their faith, because of the persecution that they have to endure and the things that they have to go through in order to even be a Christian. Okay, and so that's just not going to work. Jesus also tells us that you can't love God and money. You can't love God and money. So right there we have a correlation where you have to serve one or the other. So you cannot attach loving the Lord with prosperity, financial prosperity, or being rich. Okay, now I'm not saying that those who love the Lord cannot get rich. It's possible, but that's not something you can say, well, I know I love the Lord because look where I'm at. No, there's a lot of God haters out there who are rich. All right, I just want to throw that out there. So yeah, you guys, I just find an issue with this. I think that the question was shallow. I think the answer was shallow. He didn't even really say he loved the Lord. He was speaking in the third person. He didn't say he was a believer in Jesus Christ. None of that. And then his reasoning for saying that he loves the Lord was his success and his prosperity. When in actuality, the Bible teaches that if you love the Lord, you will keep his commandments. Right? So you'll be a righteous person. You will love your neighbor. You will abstain from sin. You will follow Jesus' commandments. You will live a life committed to him. You will preach the gospel. You will give to the poor. You will do these things. And so those are actual signs that you love the Lord, not your success and your wealth. What he said really lines up more with the prosperity gospel than the gospel. Yeah, I think Will Smith might be a participant in the prosperity gospel, and he has the wrong God. Prosperity gospel people are worshiping money. They're not worshiping God. It's a whole different God. It's a genie. It's a genie in a bottle, and I think that Will Smith just pretty much gave the majority of Christians who are following the prosperity gospel what they already want to hear. I am where I am because I love the Lord. Hey, if you continue to love the Lord, you can get where I'm at too, right? That's not true, okay? We don't see that in the Bible. People who love the Lord in the Bible, especially in the New Testament, face hostility from the world, and that typically doesn't equal them becoming rich and successful, okay? It actually contributes more to them being poor. That's just how it has gone historically. So the prosperity gospel is a lie, and what Will Smith said was definitely not true. The Bible does not teach that. So, Will Smith, I think you got it wrong, man. If you really love the Lord, you know the Lord. You would take time to know the Lord. And if you knew the Lord, you wouldn't think that riches equals loving the Lord. They don't. That's actually one of the least things to look at to measure somebody's love for Christ. So, that's my take on the whole situation. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it. Hey, man, just leave a comment if you want to share anything. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. I love you guys, and peace out.